Hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Did you see the other video where we talked about did Megan gate crash Jordan? Anyways, we've got the mystical medleys back on the tarot table. So, we're going to be talking about Harry. Harry looked absolutely exasperated. I want to ask Harry's cards here. Is he sad nut? What's he thinking now? Now that, he knows that there's no matter what he does, she's going to interject herself. So watch that other video and you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, where's his line? Where's his line? Or do they have a contract? Let's see if the Queen of Swords shows up for a contract, a business contract. I do not believe they are romantically involved in any which way or how. I think it's all a facade. I think it's been a facade for a very long time. If they do live together, and I don't believe they do, but it's, 16 bedroom home. There's lots of room for everybody. So that doesn't mean a thing if they park their cars in the same driveway every night, right? Let's find out. Where's Harry's line? What's Harry thinking? Has he had enough? When will he have enough? Remember I did that auto writing with Diana and she said Harry has switched timelines and he's on the wrong timeline. And if he continues on this timeline, it's going to be a disaster. And we can see that happening day by day in front of our eyes. I can't remember last time this guy looked happy. I can't remember last time he didn't look zoned out of his mind. I can't remember last time he didn't look like he was hungover, 3-day hangover. Is he crashing out? What will be his line? Let's find out. Probably the only time he's happy is when he's with, happy squirrel in reverse. Happy squirrel in reverse. What does that tell you? He's not happy. He's sad squirrel. Ace of Wands. Well, there's the Wicked Witch of the West. Page of Cups in reverse. You know what? I'm thinking he is, because the Ace of Wands is really, you start to get passionate about something. And I think he's starting to get passionate about how miserable he is. I really am. And how surprising sad he is. I think he's starting to really get passionate about that. I think he's starting to look at, he's sad more days than he is not. King of Cups. He wants to come home to dad so bad. He's got his dad on his mind a lot. Justice. Well, that can be the divorce card too. Justice is married, right? Legal document. Is there like a legal document that there's laws that he has to worry about? Of course, some of those laws are laws that his father's laid down. 5 of Cups in reverse. You know what? I think he's already starting to look at his future. I think, we see his despondency, and I'm thinking he's thinking of ways with this Ace of Wands, how to get out of that despondency, how to look to the future. What can I do first? Do I need to get a lawyer first? Do I need to find a place to live first? I think he's starting to figure out. That's what the Ace of Wands does. It forces you to start planning and thinking about things and getting passionate about something that you want to do. And I think in some respects, he's starting to think about being passionate about what his future is. Oh, the Emperor. Yeah, he's not only thinking about his dad, I think he's thinking about the actual who's sitting on the throne. Does he want to be part of that? The World in reverse. He may know he doesn't have much time with his father. He may know he's completely ruined things with his father. He might know everything he's tried has been really unsuccessful. Temperance, Temperance, and Six of Pentacles. All right, so he is trying to get more balance in his life. I think he's really, with this card here, I think he's really trying to perhaps make a, work in like UK, USA. I think he's trying to balance the two lands there. I think he's trying to think, how can I balance this with money? Obviously, he has two children to feed. Perhaps that's what he's trying to work out with. The Sun in reverse. Yeah, I think he's trying to work on something, on how he can live in two lands, how he can balance things out. And he is in a dark place. He's in a very dark place. The Sun in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. He's got some kind of strategy. He is thinking about his way coming back, but I'm going to say he's blocked right now. And there's laws that are blocking him. Five of Wands. Yeah, they are fighting like hell. Absolutely fighting like hell. He definitely wants out. There's Strength and Knight of Swords and the Star in reverse. I'm going to say that, that Knight of Swords and on the strength is obviously Megan. I'm going to say that Knight of Swords, I think she uses words and attacks him with words. Well, that's according to my sources. I'm thinking like a narcissist. And, as he gets stronger, they have a big fight and he's like, I've had enough. And then she comes, and with the Star here in reverse, she comes and knocks him right back down with words. With words. You can't leave me. You'll never see your children again. You can't leave me. I'll expose everything about your family. You can't leave me. I'll write a book. I think in this Star in reverse, I think this man is trapped. I think this man sees no way out, especially with the Sun in reverse and the Star in reverse. And the justice, the laws that are governing where he is right now. And I think this is really telling, because the Knight of Swords can be very aggressive with words, and can attack with words. Mostly when it's in reverse, it's like more mean and yelling and whatnot. And apparently, according to other sources, the yelling in that home is quite significant. And I'm getting that from these cards, that they have a big fight here. And he's like, I'm out, I'm leaving. And then she loves bombs him, right? Here he is, he's trying to leave. He's the royal trying to leave, and she's hanging on. No, you're mine forever. You're mine forever. And then somehow manipulates him with words. And he can't see a way out. And this is actually exactly what Diana has told us. And that's her, the Star in reverse. He is certainly not happy. He's got his nuts, but he's not happy. Interesting, that's a Sun, and that's in reverse as well. This guy, he doesn't have a line. He doesn't really have a plan. He doesn't know where to start. He just knows he has to. I think, the thing is with a lot of royals, they're spoiled from day one, and they don't have to do anything, and so they barely have to think for themselves. for themselves. They barely have to think things through. They don't have any consequences. And so for when he married Megan, he couldn't think of any consequences. And that's just a fact. They do not have street smarts. They have no consequences. Everything is fixed for them. Can you imagine them being grounded? Ha. Can you imagine? That's it. You're scrubbing the toilets for 2 weeks. You're not going anywhere till your room is clean. Don't get your homework done? Well, the Queen's Secretary will look after that for you. So I think that he has no access to his father or anybody else in the royal family to say, help, how do I do this? Look at it, he's dark right here. He's in the dark. He doesn't know what to do. He knows he wants to be unburdened, but she comes along and won't let him leave. Look at this card right here. Look at it. There he is, the lion representing the royal wanting to leave, and she's hanging on. No, you're mine forever. You're mine forever. He has no hope. And so Diane is right. He is going down a really dark path. I don't want to read any further, tell you the truth. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.